Everyone, Deborah with Pinching Pesos here, and I got a haul for you guys. Yesterday, I got to go shopping with some reseller friends in Houston that I met when Tanya did her meetup, the Third Coast reseller group meetup was it last month? I guess it was last month. I can't remember things. Was it earlier this month? It's like a month ago. Anyway, and so they came to Austin yesterday. They said they were tired of shopping in Houston, the same stores or whatever. And so they came to Austin and they wanted to go to the bins. And so we did go to, I went to the bins yesterday. I was there for all of like half an hour because I don't like the bins. And they don't like the bins now either. So, bins aren't for everybody. I don't enjoy it. It's not something I like. But I'll go if I get invited. But yeah, we weren't there very long. And then we hit up Family Thrift Store and Thriftland and Goodwill and Savers. So we had a nice and Salvation Army. So we had like a nice little circle of thrifting. So that's actually 5 stores, isn't it? Yeah. Wait. Family Thrift, Salvation Army, Thriftland, Goodwill, and Savers. Yeah, that's 5. I'll have to change the title. I put 4. So, but anyway, I got really good stuff. I'm really excited about it. I've been working really hard about upping my price point and making sure that I'm not bringing home things that really just aren't on the sales price margin that I'm looking for, because I don't have a problem finding stuff. So I don't really need a whole lot of small things or small, smalls, things that are, $10 or $15, because I can find better stuff. So anyway, yesterday I was trying to make sure that I was really focused. And I wasn't really like needing to source, but I did buy a lot of stuff. But I was trying to really focus on higher price point things, and I did put back a lot of stuff where I picked it up, and normally it would have been something that I would have bought, 2 years ago or whatever, that I just kind of was like, eh. So when I did my pictures on Instagram yesterday, I guess there was an assumption made that everything that I had in my car I had bought at the bins. And it was like, no way. I was like, I bought one thing. I bought one thing at the bins. It didn't even move the scale. It didn't weigh but like a couple ounces. I ended up getting, hang on, let me move this stuff. If you watched the stew, you saw it. I got this Folk Manus with the tag ham puppet, and it's like creepy as crap. It's like you're gonna scare your dog or child or anybody that's scared of spiders, because it goes on your hand like that, and then you can move his legs. This is like the large or medium sized one. They have one that's like a mini that's like really small, but this one's pretty big. So yeah, that was the one thing that I picked up at the bins. So I will share with you. We're gonna do eBay searches, see how much this stuff is worth. But hello to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming, sharing with me. Yeah, they say, ooh, that's creepy. Yeah, the spider's freaking creepy. But let's see. HB Picker says, I'd have fun with that. My brother hates spiders. Yeah, no, it's fun. Let's see. So Folk Manus is something that I picked up for a while. I'll always kind of look them up because some of those Folk Manus puppets sell really well. And this one has the tag, so I'm pretty excited about it. Let me, spider. Especially since it's March, and there you go. This is the mini one. It's not nearly as cool as the one I have, which is this guy right here. Folk Manus spider puppet with the tag. It's retired, and you can see if we go to the solds, try to find the one. This is the one that I have. So $26.99. That one went on best offer for $14.95 plus shipping. And there was some other ones. These aren't the same results that I'm popping up that I found yesterday. But the price that I was typically seeing was anywhere from $20 to $30. So for something that I actually didn't pay any money for because I just put it over into Mike's cart, Mike and Hope's cart, it didn't change the weight on their scale. So it was free. So I think I'm going to go ahead and list them for, I don't know, $19.95. I guess the completeds are messing up because when we were doing the stew today, I was trying to look at April's completeds and it wasn't showing nearly half of the stuff that she has sold. And yesterday when I was looking on the app, there were multiple other spiders that had sold for 20 to 30 bucks. One of them sold for $34.95. I specifically remember. And these results aren't showing me very much. So I don't know if eBay's search results are broken right now or what, but somebody in the chat of the stew said that there was issues with completeds. So who knows? Do y'all know anything about that? About what's going on with the search? Because I know I saw other spiders. But anyway, I think I'm going to list him for $24.95 and see what happens. He's pretty cool. All right, let's get on with other stuff. I did find another American Mills. I talked about it on the stew, but I want to go over it now because it does not say, come here, kitty. It doesn't say American Mills on it. I saw this way back in the top back of a shelf. I couldn't even reach it. Michael Sarver had to get it down for me with a bat. But I was like, man, that totally looks like an American Mills. And the tag on it doesn't say anything. It doesn't have the American Mills tag. And all it had was, it said St. Mart. I don't know what that was. I scanned this thing. It didn't bring up anything. But I went ahead and bought it. It cost me $5.45. I got it at the same store that I found that American Mills turtle that I sold for 275 bucks. So I went ahead and bought it hoping, you know, it wasn't just some knockoff. And when I was doing research today, I actually didn't see this part of the tag. I went over here and started looking for an RN number. On your registration numbers for items, you can look up those RN numbers and it'll tell you the name of the company that has that item. And so I looked up the RN number in the database. They have an RN, like an official government RN number database. And I looked up the number and it brought up Fashion Pillows, Inc. And I was like, oh, it's just some rinky-dink knockoff pillow company or whatever. I didn't notice that it also said Fashion Pillows right here on the tag. Well, when I did a search for Fashion Pillows, Inc., it actually brought up, the very first search result was American Mills. And I was like, So I clicked on that and I went to the About section of the American Mills website, and it actually said, I did a search for fashion and it scrolled down the page and it said that Fashion Pillows, Inc. is American Mills. And the address that's on this tag right here in Georgia is actually the address for American Mills. Apparently it was a subsidiary or another division, and they had made the company to sell at Sears. And then in 1989, I believe it said, or 1998, they merged the different divisions together, and they're all just under the umbrella of American Mills. But that address is American Mills' address. So it is an American Mills pillow. And so let's go ahead and look at those, because if you're not familiar, some of those sell for really, really good money. So American Mills, and I have a cat, came up. There aren't any sold. There's only 3 available in white. One of them is at $125. The other one is $85, and then this one is basically $85. I think this one's smaller than mine. It says 15 inches. This looks way bigger than 15 inches. But anyway, so you can see here, I don't know how much it's going to sell for because there aren't any completed. So I could probably look it up on WorthPoint and see. Let's see, American Mills cat. Oops, that's not how you spell cat. I don't really like WorthPoint the way that it does the search results because it brings up a whole bunch of unnecessary junk. I don't really like the way that it works. So here's the two. There's one that sold for $50 back last year in June. There's one that went real cheap, 22 bucks. And here's one that went for 60 back in December. So I'm thinking I could easily price this guy at like $69.95 and beat out the other people that are selling them and get this little guy sold because I don't want him hanging around very long. Big plush items I actually keep in here in my office, and I try to kind of get them sold so that way they're not hanging around on my shelf taking up room. But if you want to look here, let's look. Let me go back and share on how American Mills performs. We can just look American Mills Plush, bring those up, and then we can go look at the solds. So you can see this owl just went the other day for $69. Here's a tiny mini 7-inch puffer fish. They also kind of go by the name of Squishables, but I don't know if they're the same thing or if people are just keyword spamming, because Squishables I know are typically food. I haven't really been able to decipher down if American Mills and Squishables are related or if they're just similar and people use that keyword. So here's pig. Here's a big old ladybug. Let's see what that sold for. $79.99. They took a best offer on that ladybug. So you can see, and they're really easy. Here's a giraffe for 50 bucks. They're just really easy to spot at the store because they're just giant round stuffed animals. So if you happen to see them, go ahead and look them up, see if they're worth picking up. Let me check the chat real quick. Okay, all right, let's go to the next thing. I did end up buying a bag of plush at the Thriftland, which is where they sell bags of plush. I bought it because inside the bag for $2.99 was a another jelly cat. And if you remember when I was in Houston, I bought 2 other jelly cats. The brand here, Jellycat. They're really popular in Europe. If you look up Jellycat, the listings and solds are actually normally coming out of the UK, or out of Europe somewhere, but generally out of the UK. They're not very many actually, and they're actually located in London, it says here. So that's probably why. I had the 2 other ones, the pig and the sheep, that I listed the day before yesterday. I put them for $29.95. This one I'll probably put for $29.95 as well. And I'll just wait it out because I don't think there was very many that were actually domestic. They were all international. And internationally, they're only selling for like 9, I don't know if it's euros or pounds or whatnot. But since they're all international and you're going to have to pay $15 in shipping or whatever, I think I can price it $29.95. But let's look at Jellycats. If I can get my screen to work. I'm going to have to get a move on because I don't have a lot of time to do this. I gotta get my daughter from school. The Jellycats plush, if we do a search by, and they do like regular ones, these ones that I have are the fur coat edition. So they're like the little, I always call them like diva animals. But if we do a search from top to bottom on highest prices, you can see that some of these go for really decent money on Jellycats. I mean, $114 for a cat. Here's 98 bucks for a rabbit, $85 for a cat. Here's another rabbit, more rabbits. So really keep an eye out for them whenever you are, you know, looking in the plush section, because some of the Jellycats they're highly collectible. So while you're there, see if you can find some. And the tag is really distinctive. It's not hard to spot on the tag. It's got a cat on it. I mean, these tags are really easy to see on the Jellycats. Okay, next. I'm trying to make sure I keep up with the. But in that bag was also this little bunny, right? He has a tag. He is called, it's the Muffy Vanderbear collection, and this is the Hoppy Vanderhair. A salad ballad, waltz of the vegetables. He's a little carrot. And these these rabbits, actually some of them are valued quite high. I was really surprised. I've never seen these before. They sell these little costumes individually too. Like you can, I guess, dress up your animals. But here, we'll look it up. You know me and my plush. I like to sell these stuffed animals. Let's see. What was it called? Vanderhop. Oh, Vanderhair. Hoppy Vanderhair. So I guess they also do bears. So I guess this guy probably cost me, paid $2.99 for this bag, and there's like 20 animals in here. I guess a quarter. So this is sorted high to low, but that's like a lot of outfits for them. $329. But here's some of the little bears and bunnies that are ballerinas. So those seem to be pretty desirable. 40 bucks for little ballerinas. Here's 25 plus shipping for little bees. Here's Easter. Here's Yankee Doodle, $25. So they're kind of similar to like a Boyd's bear, I guess, because they're all dressed up. But yeah, so you can see all these little different ones. $20 for stuffed animals, I think, is a good return, especially when they cost you a quarter. Here's a little doctor, 20 bucks. So yeah, so this one, the little carrot, I only found one that was listed, and I don't know if the search was being funny because I put Vanderhop or Vanderhair salad and it didn't bring me up any search results, but I could look and scroll down in the search results if I just looked up Vanderhair, and there was one that said Hoppy Vanderhair salad. So I don't know. But here's one for $20. That's a brand new listing. Oh, is mine missing its hat? Ooh, it's supposed to have a hat. I don't have a hat. I wonder if I can still list him. Maybe I'll just put it for 10. Yeah, I am definitely missing a hat. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe $10. I'll put him anyway. Or maybe it's in the bag. You never know. Okay, next up. So, I didn't look this up until I got to the register. I saw it and put it in my cart. It's it was $5.99. It's a Vivitar LA Brights camera. And any like of this bright stuff that's like vintage electronics, I like to just buy. Like, I probably would have bought it anyway, even if I didn't look it up while I was standing in line. But I had some time to look it up. And this camera actually does really, really well. So Vivitar, that's not how you spell Vivitar. BR. ITE. When I'm trying to do a search for anything that has like periods, you know, so like LA, it has L period, A period, or any other brands that have like any punctuation in them, typically I won't put that at all. And I'll only put like whatever the extra word is. So when I was searching for this one, I just looked up the word brights because you kind of just don't know how it's going to be listed. And I don't want to miss out on, I don't want to miss out on seeing it in the search results just because I was trying to do a too specific of a search. So on the, see, I saw them yesterday. Here's one listed for $60. And here's some other ones in different colors for $50 and $40. Here's one that doesn't have the box. So I was thinking for this pink one, I could probably list it for like $49.95 or best offer and just see how it goes. There's only, I mean, there's not that many available. There aren't any sold except for this one, and that's not for the same thing. And that one's not even new. So I'm not sure. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe it'll go as like a movie prop. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they need this for like Stranger Things. This is from like that time period. All right. Next thing I bought was, let me get these. Got these at Thriftland. I saw these ornaments down here. They were $2.99, and these are Crate and Barrel 12 Days of Christmas paper mache ornaments. Let me get these other ones out of the way. So right there, it says it on the back of the box, Crate and Barrel 12 Days of Christmas. And so when I looked them up, they were coming up like $30, $40, $50 for after Christmas sales. So I don't even know what they sell for before Christmas, but after Christmas, the price was pretty good. Let's see, 12 days ornaments. All right, so here's what I got. So you can see $50 plus shipping, $48 plus shipping, $40 plus shipping, $50 free shipping. So I think for being after Christmas time, see, these are all sold after Christmas, except for that one sold Christmas Eve. I could probably, I could price them $49.95, I think, and put them in a regional box. There's only one listed for $40, so I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and list them for $49.95 and just see how they go. I mean, for $2.99, can't beat it. I picked up the Starbucks mug. It was $3.99. It's New York. It's got the Statue of Liberty on it. It's the Collector's Series from 2008. So for $3.99, when I didn't even search it before I bought it, I just bought it. But New York, Starbucks, Liberty. And well, that seems awful high. So it looks like the current listed ranges anywhere from 50 on down to 30 plus shipping. It doesn't look like it goes any less than 30. Yeah, so I think 30 is like the low point, all the way up to this one is a different year. Mine's 2008, right? Yeah, 2008. So on completeds, looks like 40, 32 plus shipping, so another 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. So I think 40 is kind of like the median price that I could easily price it at $39.95 free shipping or $29.95 plus shipping and get rid of it pretty quickly. So I think I'm going to price it probably $39.95 free shipping, just because it's going to ship at a 2-pound rate and it's just easier to do it that way. But I won't put best offer on that one. It'll just be 30. Typically when I do free shipping, I don't do best offers at all. So we'll see how it does at that price. I ended up buying this Cuisinart. It's really heavy. I don't want to pick it up, but okay. Bought this Cuisinart for $12.99. It's a Cuisinart Custom 11, and it has the blade, the bowl, and the lid, and then 3 pushers. I have sold this unit before in parts, so I didn't even bother to look it up. This is a DLC8, so it's super duper heavy. So let's go ahead and look that up. Let's see, DLC8. Okay. So I paid $12.99 for the unit. And just the base by itself sold for $64.49 plus shipping. Let me get this off of, let me just put it on best match. Oh, I don't have a best match. Where'd best match go? I just have high, low, and end. Okay, I guess we'll go by end date. Just the work bowl right there sold for $25 plus shipping. Here's some discs. Here's a base, $30 plus shipping. So like I said, I've sold this unit before. I didn't have any problem at all, like just picking it up for $13 and parting it out. Here's the chopping blade for $15, the work bowl for $30. Any of the Cuisinarts that I see on food processors, I always buy them because you can sell just the work bowl by itself for more money than you can sell the whole unit. So yeah, these part out really, really well. If you're going to do food processors, like if you want to part out stuff, food processors is a good way to start. So I think I can easily, with this food processor, part it out for probably, what, 120, 150? Easily $100. I mean, like, that's very conservative. Easily $100. So, let me check the chat. I haven't looked at it in a while. Ooh, y'all are really quiet. Okay. All right, next up. I picked up this Conair. I always buy these if I see them. I never find them new. This is the first time I think I ever found one new, or I might have found one new once before. This is the newer model. This is from 2012. The other ones, we'll look them up, do really well all by themselves, used. But this was $3.99. It's brand new in the box. They're selling on Amazon for $30, and they're selling on eBay for about $30. But let's go ahead and look up the hot lather machine, so that way you guys know that they're worth definitely picking up. I buy them every time I see them. It's kind of just one of those things that I just put it in the cart. The only one that I didn't buy, it was like somebody had put hot oil in it. I remember I was standing in line, and I'm gonna turn this off. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so I was standing in line, and I had like this stuff on my hands, and I was like, what is this? It smells like cinnamon. And it was coming out of the shaving cream machine, and I'm like, why in the hell would somebody put like oil inside of a shaving cream machine? But yeah, so that's the only one I didn't buy. Oh, that's not how you spell Conair. Well, thank you, eBay, for correcting my silly self. So here's the one I have. You can see $25, $28. These chrome ones, this is used. I always pick those up. They've been selling consistently for about this price for as long as I can remember. You pretty regularly will see these white ones, the HLM 10s, and I mean, generally when I buy them at the store, they're about $2 or $3. They're never really any higher than $3.99. I don't think I've ever paid any more than $3.99 for one. You can see this is a new one, went for $53. So if you ever see these, go ahead and pick them up. I'm going to repeat something I've said before. Do not try to open them up to clean them out. Like the tops, they have ball bearings in there. And the minute you unscrew them, it's like you're not going to get that sucker back together. I ruined a chrome one just trying to be extra. And yeah, you can't get it back together. So don't try to open them up, like open the tops up, because you ain't getting it back together. Next thing I picked up, I got this from Savers. This one was $4.99, and everything I got from Savers was also 30% off because I had coupons. This is a Logitech Harmony adapter for PlayStation 3. I wasn't sure if this was actually worth anything. I was really surprised whenever I looked it up, and it had a decent going price. Because you would think like PlayStation 4 has been out for a while. But let's see. They're still doing really well. I was talking to Paul Gummerson this morning, and he said that the Guitar Hero guitars for Xbox 360s are still selling for really good money, like $30 to $100. And I was like blown away because I don't pay any attention to them. I never even paid attention to them whenever they were popular, like when it was a bolo. But he said the 360 ones consistently are selling, and then the ones for like the PlayStation 3s and stuff, if you can find them with the dongle, he said some of them are selling for $100. So I need to pay better attention. I never paid attention to them because they're just hard to ship. But there's plenty of YouTube videos out there of people telling you how to ship them, because like 3 years ago they were really popular for people to buy. It was like the hot buy item. So on the Logitech adapter here, let's get back on topic. Mine is new in the box, but you can see that used they're selling for about $20. Here's a new one for $31. It had 9 bids on it. Here's one that sold for $69.99. Just like all the used ones are like 20 some odd dollars. So I think I could easily put this at, you know, $29.95 plus shipping and get rid of it pretty much right away. I'm not trying to hang on to things. Not in the storage business, you know. So yeah. So I guess I paid less than $4 for this. So not bad. Next thing I got, I actually got these for my daughter. But you know, like any good reseller, you look them up anyway. These are Me Bath bombs. And when I looked them up, they were selling, let's see, birthday cake. Yeah, somebody has some, those are for tiny ones. Somebody has a pack of these listed for $30. And this to me looks like a drop shipper. I didn't look them up on Amazon, but that looks like a drop shipper listing to me. And it definitely looks like a drop shipper price with the 16. Because generally like drop shippers will have their pricing where it prices with Amazon. So it looks like a drop shipper to me. I guess I could look it up. All right, Me Bath birthday cake. $22.50. That's crazy. But anyway, they're going to Maria. But I was just trying to show you that, like, you just never know. Like, you just never know with things. I mean, they cost me $3. And if I wanted to send them to Amazon, I could. 20 bucks. All right, next thing I got was the Sunbeam Hot Shot. And I just remembered, like, in the back of my head that this was something I was supposed to buy. I remember remembering seeing people talk about it at one point several years ago. This one is, I don't know if it's new or not. I think it got like opened and then never used and then just put in the box because the extension, like the plug, is factory wrapped. It was $3.99, and if you look these up, this is a 3211, and the prices really range on them, especially by color. And it's really funny with some of the appliances like that, where people are just really set on certain model. So if you look here on the completeds, the black one seems to be doing really well, while the white one didn't seem to do the same. And yeah, so $35, $40, $25. The one that I have, the 3211, let's see, it's right here. So 35 bucks, $35, $40, $30. So not bad. So I think for my, what I pay for it, $3.99 minus 30%. If I can sell it for $34.95, free shipping, that's a good turnaround, I think. Let's see. Oh, I bought some remotes. These were $2.99 minus 30%. And one of them is a Samsung and the other one is a Sony. And remotes are just so easy to sell. It's ridiculous. And so I went ahead and bought these, even though they weren't really my price point that I wanted, just because they're so simple. I mean, you take 2 pictures. You know, it's like, how hard is that? And they basically cost me $1 a piece. So I went against my price point objective and went ahead and bought them. So here's one. I lost my screen. So they sold for anywhere like $19.95. This one sold for $10 plus shipping, $13.99, $25. This is in really good condition. It doesn't have a lot of wear or wear at all to the buttons. So I think I can just price it $19.95 and go on about my day. The other one I didn't look up, I don't think. It's a Samsung. The good thing about remotes is they have their model numbers on them typically. This is a DVD remote. 00092E. That's not it. 00092E. Okay, here's one. So $9.99, $9. So yeah, I can just take 2 pictures of the dang thing and sell both of these for a total of $25, $30 bucks. That's not bad. Okay. I'm trying to get through all the electronics here. I did go ahead and buy this bag, and I wasn't sure about it. It was $2.99, but I figured I couldn't lose because it had a wireless mouse in there with the receiver, and I can always use mice because I kill them. Like, I don't know what I do to them, but they just get dead. I've gone through probably like 4 wireless mice in the last like 4 years. So you can always use an extra wireless mouse. But inside that same bag was this little camera, micro camcorder. It's a Vivitar, and I did look it up, and it seemed like they were selling for like $20. Let's see, Vivitar. DVR 426 HD. Oh, hang on. Let me share with you. Just looking at my head. So they seem to be selling for about $20. Here's a red one. That one has a stand though. Here's one for 15. There's another one for 18. So they're, I mean, they're not, these, I think these are the plug and play ones, right? With the little USB. Look at the solds. $9, $10. Maybe I'll give it to Maria. Well, she has a phone. She doesn't need it. I'll go ahead and see if it works. I'll go ahead and list it. You never know. But I really just bought it because it had a mouse inside the bag. Alright, next. Oh, okay. What the hell was that? Oh, zoom zooms. Alright, so I bought this Walkman for $4.99 minus 30%. And I thought I remembered Paul saying that the sports headphones were worth something. I didn't look them up. I just put it in my cart and went on about my day. But let's go ahead and look this up. So here's an original Sony Walkman. It is a F215. We'll look that up. Hey Lonnie, how you doing? Lonnie says that looks like a decent camera. Yeah, it's a flip cam. Sorry, I'm gonna go back and check the chat because I haven't looked over here in a while. Okay. So let's look up this Walkman. Michael was asking me yesterday, he's like, do people buy Discman? And I said, yeah, they do, but you have to look them up, you know, and just see what's what on what. But I don't remember if he did or if he bought the Discmans that he saw. Ooh, I got a goodbye. Okay, let's look. Isn't that fun? Like when you don't look something up and then you just kind of like go off of your instincts, and then when you do look them up, you're like, oh yay! Like you're like, I'm naturally good at this. It's kind of just reassuring when you're like, you don't look it up and then it's a decent one. So here's $27, $30. Here's some with some headphones, $25. That one went for $12. 26. That's all scratched up and it went for 25. This is really good. It doesn't have, it's got one drop ding on one corner and that's it. So not bad on condition for a vintage Walkman. This one doesn't even work and it's for $9.99. You have to be careful with any of the electronics that play tapes, the cassettes, because the belts inside go bad. And then the headphones that I got, Sony MDR W14. Go for $19 all by themselves. Look at that. So not a bad buy for $4. I should be able to pull at least $40 out of this bag. So 20 for the headphones and 25 for the Walkman. So conservatively $40. I'd say that's good. So these headphones are supposed to go with what? This, I guess this armband one. All right. I'm good with it. All right, next. Yeah, Lonnie says high fill rate. Yeah, I've had some Walkmans that I've sold that I tested them and they worked, and then the person got them and said it didn't work. And I don't ever like bother arguing with them because I know that those belts go bad. Like, I did buy a Simpsons clock. It's not for sale. I bought it for my office. I have another Simpsons clock right up there. I'm a huge Simpsons fan. So I got this Moe's Tavern clock. And I actually, at Thriftland, at a totally different store, I got this Duff beer can. It actually opens up. You can put stuff inside. It says the serving size is 1 can or whatever, and the calories are anywhere from 2 to 20,000. It says consumer information, don't call us, we'll call you. So this is from 2001, and this is from 2001 as well. So got my little Simpsons collectibles. Lonnie said that he's thought about learning to replace those belts. Yeah, you know, that's the thing with like micro cassette recorders. I buy those every time I see them, and 90% of the time the belts inside them are bad. I tried to open some up, and the way that they have those belts positioned and those little micro cassette recorders is like you can't get to them. I destroyed like 2 micro cassettes just trying to this is a talking one. My other one's a talking one too, but I don't have it talking. All right. I'm not gonna, well, I guess I could look that up, but I don't really have time. I gotta hurry up. I'm running out of time here. I bought at Goodwill a space saver. I always buy space savers if I see them. I bought a space saver for, I don't know how much it was. It's got a couple different stickers on there. It's got $6.99 and it's got $5.99. I don't know what they charged me. This one it's got a broken door over here. Like the door's gone. So I don't know if that actually matters. I didn't look the thing up. I just bought it because that's what you do with space saver stuff. And coincidentally, over at Savers, they had a carafe in the box for $2.99. So let's look up space savers. I have a screen I will share with you. Here we go. All right, so Black Beggar Space Maker Coffee. It's supposed to have this little door on there, and it doesn't have that. But I was still thinking I could probably still sell the machine for, you know, $30, or I could just part it out and sell the carafe and the water tank together. So I don't know what I'm going to price it at, but if you ever see space maker stuff, go ahead and get it because they always sell really well. You have to be careful. Some of them are recalled. Make sure that you look up any space maker stuff that you find to make sure that it's not recalled. I was just trying to see what that carafe is worth. See, some of these carafes are $35, $20. So I'll have to look and see on this specific model of carafe. Doesn't really say. It just says it's for use with space maker. Okay, looks like it's the older models. So yeah, I don't think that was a bad buy. Another thing that I picked up yesterday that I didn't really look up was I went ahead and bought these Zuzu pets. They were $1 a piece because they were $2.99 for 3. But when I was doing like a quick search, shut up. They seem to still be doing okay. That, and I know that they came out with a new show on Disney Channel. And I was noticing that there was one of them, the hedgehog. Sometimes I just buy things to do research. And I was noticing that the little hedgehog seemed to be doing well. Okay, that needs to shut up. So I'm not sure if any of these are worth anything. Let me do a search by high to low. Here. So it seems like there's a lot of them. Those are the Kung Fu ones. No, Rockstar ones. See, these are little ones with the little thing on their head. I don't have any. Oh, wait. I might have a black and white one of those. Let me open this bag. The unfortunate part is they don't have they don't have like names on the bottom or anything. I wish they did. This is from 2008. Oh, this one's, I guess it does have a name. Okay, you need to be quiet. This is it's already gonna go on my nerves. I'm gonna throw this out in the yard. Let's see, Ryder. Nope. Oh yeah, there he is. Black and white. So $7.99 on that one. Or $1.25. This one's got a horseshoe on his back, and this one's got a rocking horse on his back. Oh, they do have their names on them. This is Miss Mulberry. And the other one is got a tag. How do you turn them off? Okay. Mulberry. Maybe not a good buy. I wasn't sure. There's one for $14.96 from the UK. I don't know. Anyway, they're there. Whatever. There's Zuzu Pets. Alright. Next up, what else do I gotta show? I've got like a couple minutes. Shoes. Oh, please don't fall and drop and break. Oh, no. I bought these Puma boots. I thought they were so cool. And they're Pumas. And they're suede. And they're a good size. They're size 8. And I'd never really seen anything like that. And they got really good sole condition. And they really just have like a little bit of dirt stains. They don't have any like liquid kind of stains on them. I paid too much money for them. I paid $15 for them. And Puma suede boots. eBay is just like showing me nothing that even has my title. Thanks, eBay. All right, let's see. Share. I don't know. I didn't really find anything. I don't remember if I found anything exactly like them yesterday or not. When I was doing like a comp comparison, it seemed like $50 was like the going rate on like Puma boots. I think, I don't know, it's not really boot season right now, but I think I'm just going to put them for $39.95 and just see how they go. Shoes I'm okay with just hanging around because they just go in a bin. And it doesn't really like take up a lot of space or anything, so I don't really mind waiting on shoe buyers. I bought these Alegrias. They're really cute. But they're the winter ones. They have the wool or whatever inside. But I don't think these were worn very much or at all because they don't have a footprint in them. And typically shoes like this are worn without socks and you end up with like, you can see the toe prints in there, but I don't see any toe prints. So they must not have been worn very much. Allegria is a comfort shoe. And get back to the top. I always try to buy comfort shoes, and we were talking in the stew today about that I need to get back into shoes because I used to be really heavy into shoes, and then it was like I just stopped. I just like all of a sudden was like, oh, I'm not selling shoes anymore. And so here's some of them. But comfort shoes are the easiest shoes to sell because they're pretty consistent on their sizing. You don't typically have like these don't fit complaints because they're not like high heels where they're very form-fitting. And people typically know their size and exactly what they're looking for. So you don't have a lot of the problems that you have with other kinds of shoes when you're dealing with comfort shoes. So these are all the used ones, and you can see they all have like little funky patterns and stuff like that. There was another pair that were black, but they weren't in very good condition. You could tell that that person like wore them every day. Let's see if I can find any that are fur. My husband's calling me. But here's some fur ones for $39. Those went on best offer. The ones that I have are just really cool design though, with the, and they're a good size. They're a 40. So that's going to be like a 10 in women's. And I paid too much money for these two. I paid $14.99 for these, but I think I'm going to price these at $49.95 and just see how they go. I bought a pair of Danskos. I remember when I first started reselling, Dansko was like the shoe that you were supposed to buy. And now they just don't sell as much as they used to. But I got these really cute Mary Janes. They were $8.99. The comps on those are, I remember you could used to be able to sell like plain black Dansko clogs for $50, and now it's like you can't get rid of them for $20. When I was looking at the comps yesterday on the used ones, ones that I have were at like the $30 to $40 range. They're similar to these, but those are suede. These are the ones I have. $58 on those, and they're in really good condition. They don't have any like foot funk in them, and the soles are, these weren't worn very much at all, and they didn't have any like major defects to the leather. So I was thinking that I could easily price them at like $39.95 plus shipping. I might be able to get more when I look at the comps, but when I was at the store, I was seeing $40. Here's a pair, $50. They're, what size are these? These look like they're about a 39. Oh, they're a 40. That's a good size. So these are a 40. So I don't know. I guess I might be able to price them $49.95. So the comps are a little better than I thought. Another thing that I picked up yesterday that I used to buy a lot of back 2 or 3 years ago, and I kind of stopped paying attention, and I looked them up again. I got this for $2.50 at Salvation Army. It was $4.99, and then it was half price. So it was $2.50. This is a Sunbeam tea drop. It's a tea maker. I used to sell these on Amazon back in the day, used, and they did really well. And then it was like the price like bottomed out because they went on a BOLO list. And then the price bottomed out to like 20 bucks. And so then I stopped buying them. And then when I saw the machine at the Salvation Army yesterday, I was like, oh, let me look and see if those are selling again. Because, you know, you have to make sure you go back and look at stuff, because sometimes things like bottom out and then they actually rebound. And so let's see. It's made by Sunbeam. And let me get a share button going. On the Sunbeam tea drop, it seemed like their price had kind of rebounded and they were back to $40. This one for $35. This one went on auction for $30 plus $17 in shipping. Everybody said they're shipping up pretty high. They don't weigh that much. $35. So yeah, I'm thinking this should be okay at like $39.95, which was their price before. I used to park them out and I would just sell, because sometimes they were kind of yucky. And so I would just sell like the little basket and the pot, and looks like those are still selling pretty well. So I think I did really good on this for $2.50. But yeah, if you ever have something that you were selling a lot of and then the price bottomed out and then you haven't looked at them again for a year, go back and look them up, because you just never know. Oh, what's going on? Google has been funky all day. I don't know what they're doing with, I don't know why it's not doing anything. Let's see. I don't know what it's doing. I think Google's messed up. It was messed up on the stew too. I only have like 3 more things to show you anyway. And I don't know how to fix this because my camera's working fine. So it's Google. Let me see. Can you see that? Let's see if that's working. Yeah, nothing's working. It's messed up, so I don't know what to do. So I guess that's it. We'll go ahead and end this out because Google Hangouts is not working today very well. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. I'm sorry this ended like that. But I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff listed today. And then hopefully next week, I'll have a freaking sales update for you guys. So sorry, I don't know what's happening, but I will talk to you guys later. Love you all. Sorry, I haven't been very active on YouTube, but I will do a better job at it. But I'll see you guys later. Sorry about that, about the video. I don't know what's going on with it. So YouTube is just being bad today. Talk to y'all later. Bye, you guys.